Okay, here's our final color. Turned out pretty good. We only put 6 drops of food coloring in it, dark blue food coloring. The oil's a little yellow. I wish we would have had cooking oil that's a little clearer. If you guys want to do this at home, I would suggest getting cooking oil that's not so yellow colored if you can find some that's clear. And I'd put more of it in there. The picture of the project that we've got shows the bottle about half full of water and about half full of oil, but the instructions said to only put in about 1/3. So I would put in more oil than we put in. We put in about a 3-inch. We didn't have any more, so we just put in all we had. But now we're going to try to make a sail for our little baby raft with some packing tape and some paper. We're going to try to laminate it, so hopefully the paper will last a little bit longer in the water and the oil. So go ahead and let's get some tape pulled off. And stick it to a corner of that paper. And we'll flip it over and stick some on the other side. Try to rub out all the air bubbles so it's nice and flat and it's completely stuck to the paper. And do the same thing on the other side. Nice teamwork. Almost. Okay, come on. Stop goofing.
Just cut on the line?
Yep, just cut it out. And then we'll have a nice square of paper that's completely covered by tape. Okay, now we're going to experiment around a little bit and cut out a couple of sails and try a couple different sizes and kind of see what works. So we're going to pause for a minute and then we'll come back and show you what we come up with. Okay, we've got our sails. We settled on a 1/2 inch by about a 1/4 inch. Not exact measurements, but that's pretty close. And they're laminated on both sides with packing tape. Now we're going to try to glue them to the masthead of our cute little raft. So let's get a little dot of glue on our and rub it on the front of the mast right there. Try not to dribble it and drizzle it all over the place. Okay, now put some on the back of it. This was what, Elmer's waterproof glue? Okay, now stick your sails. Yep, Elmer's Carpenter's waterproof wood glue. Okay, hold it over here where we can see it hopefully. A little bit more reflection of light. Now stick one of your sails on the front and stick the other one on the back. Hold it over here, over the plate so I can see. I'm hoping the plate will reflect a little bit of light because the plate is a little bit lighter colored. Our light in here is horrible. Can't see what we're eating when we eat dinner. And I'll try to get them to match up with each other. It's okay.
Glue keeps falling off.
Put a little more glue on it if it won't stick.
Now you just have to put the bowl
It's working.
in when you're done.
Kind of hard, huh, to work with something that small. Okay, good. Try to get them to match up with each other. And then we'll set that aside and let that dry for a while.
Didn't we put the sails together?
You can, if you want to smear some glue through the middle of it there. Put a little glue all over the insides of the sails. That's probably a good idea. Put a little dab of glue on one of them and smear it all around. Smear, rub. Yeah, hold it with your fingernail and rub it all around.
John, what are you doing
Okay.
here?
Now I'll try and glue them on there.
Just sitting.
We don't have a round toothpick, we have a squarish toothpick, and we forgot to put the flat side of the toothpick facing the right way, so we're kind of working against ourselves. That looks pretty good. Uh-oh. Did you lose it? Give me the raft. Can you pick that up for us? Get a little help
I
from
found it.
little sister there.
small.
It is very small. We're hoping that it'll fit through the lid of our bottle.
Where's the
Yeah, we
bottle?
pinch that all together, and we'll let that dry. We may try to get a little clamp or something to put on it,
John,
and then we'll come back when the glue is dry. We'll pause
are
it
they
again.
gonna put those?
Okay, there we go. We got our sail. I don't know if we can see that. Clamped to our masthead with some clothespins. Some, oh no, I lost it in the frame. There we go. I don't know if you can see that in the light we got. Where's that flashlight, John?
I don't know. I have a flashlight in my room.
Here it is.
Shine it down on there. We've got our sail clamped on there with clothespins. We're going to let that dry for a while. Then we'll come back and revisit it and see if it's dry enough so we can get away with putting it in our ocean motion bottle. See if it'll stay on. Okay, here's our little science project thing. Our ocean motion, the little science book called it. There's our little raft floating upside down. It capsized the moment we put it in there. We kind of thought it might. But the picture in the book also showed the raft floating on the surface of the water, not floating on the surface of the oil. But I guess it's kind of halfway in between. Our sail is kind of touching the surface of the water. But it's supposed to simulate the waves in the ocean if you slosh it back and forth. I guess the oil dampens the wave motion of the water. It's kind of cool. If I had it to do again, I would try to find some clearer cooking oil. This is pretty yellow, and I'd get more of it. I'd go about half and half instead of 1/3 oil and 2/3 water. See if I can get that singing a little bit. It was kind of a fun project for some little boys on a sunny afternoon. It was too cold to play outside. Got our little raft capsized, floating around in there. Next time we'll use some 2-liter bottles and we'll make a tornado. Those are kind of cool. We haven't made one of those for a while. We'll make a tornado maybe for our next project. We'll see what happens. But there you have it. It works pretty good. Kind of fun. The boys enjoy it. Thanks for watching.